baby amekuja, you've battled everything. How was that transition for you? Now sasa umekuwa the 20 years old girl now to a mother. How was that transition? Maybe in terms of your career yako imesimama kidogo. How was that transition for you?
Career yangu imesimama kidogo, hata sikusimama. Hiyo hata okay, after college, you know, I did my internship when I was pregnant. But still I had not created zile connections, you know, zile like, you know, at least nikimaliza intern, I know somewhere naeza anza a job. Now I'm pregnant, it's actually very sad that sometimes when a woman gets pregnant while they are working, sometimes they're fired. Yeah. It's really unfair. So baby's here, parenting, you know, you're figuring it out on your own. Sometimes you have a fever, you don't know what to do, you're scared, you're panicking. I remember one time she got a fever and then went to Jose. 2 days later, she seemed to be okay because tuliambiwa ni tonsils, and then the following day tukaenda home. My hometown is in Kinangop. On the way the baby got fever tena. Tukafikiria, so no, vile una mtu anapatanga fever alafu like Calpol. Tukampea at night fever, the following day and we were like, okay, this is too much. Went to Hosi. There's a big hospital huko home. Didn't even say a word. She just got admitted and then stayed there for 2 weeks. Came back to Nairobi for 3 days. She got unwell again. We went back, stayed for a month in hospital with a 1-year-old. I think that was the most scariest thing I've ever experienced as a parent. I almost lost my child during that time. Yeah, so she had pneumonia and meningitis, but it was in the process. Yes, ilikuwa zile stages za kwanza. So it was not that serious. Okay, it's scary. Because man, I think I almost lost my child. It was a very, very bad experience. So that as a parent is quite scary. It's scary.
True.
Yo, it's very, 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 very scary.
I don't know some honest, but
yeah.
Sorry for what you went through. I know pia maybe kuna mzazi ana go through the same thing, especially for the young girls. What you like to tell them? Maybe hata sometimes mtu hata hujui nini namsumbua. Please advise a young mother watching this.
The moment a child has a fever, you know how you run to Facebook, my child has a fever, what do I do? Umampea dawa mara ya kwanza, the fever ishuki. Don't wait. Run to the hospital. It's a way of telling you that something is wrong with the child. The child has an infection or anything. You don't sit and watch a child ati ako na fever tunangoja jioni fike tuone vile atakuwa. Go to the hospital as soon as possible. Don't sit and ungoje kuona. Usikae uangalie mtoto.
And still keeping it in mind that huyu ni mtoto haongei,
haizi sema, yes.
Tonsils, kichwa, haizi ongea. So the best thing to do is just take the baby to the hospital. Don't even think of over-the-counter drugs. Because yes, umejaribu Calpo, umejaribu parado ya watoto, it's not working. The only thing that you can do is to take that child to the hospital.
Yeah, no, that's why you go to the hospital, a few tests, and then maybe you know what's wrong.
Yeah, very true.
But story ya kusema ati wacha tuone vile mtu atakuwa, I would never advise. Never. Because I saw a parent lose a child because they did that. By the time they came to hospital, during that time I was in Hosi with my little one. They had gone to dispensary Twanini, akapewa dawa, kaenda nyumbani, fever, chatuangalia mtoi. By the time they were bringing the kid to now this bigger hospital, the kid didn't even last for 1 hour. the baby passed, I still think about that mama till today, and I always pray for her. But it was just a scary experience. You know, just right next bed. Can you imagine how haunting that? It's just scary. So yes, usiangalie mtoto, peleka mtoi hosi.
Yeah, very true. Na sawa Felistar. Felistar, let's talk about the motherhood. Ndio hiyo imeingia. Career haitasimama. At some point lazima tu ungeingia tu career yako.
Yes.
Let's talk about your career growth.
You don't know, when you become a parent. Well, I became a parent at 20. I became a single parent at 21, 22. You're on your own. Hapo ni unasikanga you're on your own. Figure things out. Sasa uko na mtoi. You yourself, you have no idea where to start. So now me and my baby daddy have separated. So my mom was like, sasa si unileta mtoto kidogo, like 2-3 months, nikae na yeye utry kujipanga panga. I was like, okay, because life in Nairobi is quite something, you know, and you have a child. You have no job. As much as you want to have your child with you, you must also consider what's the best for her. Because hakuna haja nikae na mtoi na mtoi analala njaa ama tunalala njaa, you know. So my mom came for the baby. Well, we still had the first 3 years, so we still have that bond. I raised her for the first 3 years, so we still have that bond. She picked her, and then I went to Kilifi for hustle. Ayuko, manze kwanza na imagine Kilifi is far. Nairobi, Mombasa, Kilifi. And you're not used to being far from your child. Me after, and then the guy who had employed me was not paying me. I remember one time we went for a shoot. Alipatiwa 40k hivi. That guy gave me 100 bob jioni at uni at lunch. And I was so pissed. And then we did another, it was during campaigns, 2017 I think. And then we did another shoot. He didn't pay me, and that's when I snapped. I'm like, bro, you think I'm here to play? I came to work because I have a child. You paid me 200 shillings. Na see daily, nila once in a while. So you're going to work for free. I came to Nairobi. My uncle, he lives in States. He was like, okay, look for a house. I'm going to help you. I'll be paying your rent and everything. And then that's what I did. I came back to Nairobi. Nikapoa ka mattress, ka blanketi with by some other auntie and a friend of mine. We used to school with her in high school, auntie yake. Hapo ndo life ilianza. I used to live in Kimbo. That house, I wish I could go back. The house had no ceiling, floor, blanketi. Hey man. And then struggles. I used to go, hey manze mimi nimelala njaa. I've survived on bread and water. I hate bread. Sometimes maybe nimeenda ushago nimekuja na waru. I used to boil them, and I don't know why food is so sweet when you know you have nothing else. Usai ukapoa umekula, unaweza boiliwa waru upate ukula.
Even there's a lot of it.
So akimanze, I used to survive with kwanza bread. I'm not a fan of bread right now. I don't like it. But my baby, udem anakulanga slices tano za mkate. So nime struggle, and then I met a friend who I did a baby shower. A friend from that group kapea another guy my number, and then I did the graduation, and then they invited me to inatangaje hizi groups zinanga kwa children's home. So that's when I took Nani's picture, Jeff Kuria, and he was so impressed. He was like, wow.
Like he was part of the crew.
And alikuwa chief guest.
Okay.
So amekuja, nimempiga picha. with the latest technology, you can take a picture using a camera and then download it from the camera and send it to the person hapo. She was like, cool. Kaniambia nipe namba yako unitumie hizo picha. That's what I did. So event ikaisha, mimi nimerudi kwangu. I really hated that house. Nilikuwa nasikia tena nyumbani and I'm like, no. Because ni uko ndani, uko side za 1-4 uko mbali uko ndani. So life imenipiga, I'm sleeping hungry, I'm isolating myself. Now I'm depressed, mental health. I have a child I haven't seen in like so many months. Guilt is killing me. I am stressed. My life is stagnant. I'm the firstborn. I'm supposed to show something for myself. I'm not doing anything, nothing. Everything is stuck. So one morning, nimeamka nimeenda prayer house pale Witeithie, Vincentian. And then, you know, sometimes you talk with God. I'm like, yo, me, by the way, nimechoka. Na nimekuja hapa, I'm not even going to say anything. I'll just sit. And I'll not even stand when the Father says stand. I'll just sit. And then that jioni, when I was on my way home, now Jeff called me. This is like 2-3 months later. So Jeff Kuria. Okay. I'm like, kumbu nasikianga. So he called me and told me, hi, you remember me? I'm like, of course, yes. Tomorrow we have a shoot in Nakuru. Are you available? I'm like, yeah.
Uko available uko wapi?
Say nalala njaa, unexpect niseme nini? Hey. I'm like, yes. And then I'm going to give you a number of some other guy. He has another job for you before tuende, because alikuwa na show morning. He does 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. show. So tulikuwa tuende na yeye from 10, and then this other job was from 8 to 9. Kama ni sawa. Msichana kwa na kamera. Wapi? Sasa nifikirie, do I have friends? Nani? So I remembered a chick we used to be with uko Kilifi. She had a camera and she lived in Thika. So I called her and I asked her, unaweza nisaidia na kamera yako? I'll pay you the little amount that I'm making. Tunagawana. Like, no problem, come for it. Mimi Saturday asubuhi, now the following day. Nimeamka 5 a.m. It's raining. The place that I'm staying ni uko ndani. It's muddy, it's dark, it's unsafe because ni uko kwa mashambani, uko ndani. Kai. And then nikaenda Thika, picked the camera, nikaenda Karen where the shoot was, tukamaliza, well nilichelewa, tukamaliza, nikarudi nani after show yake ndo akanipick, and then we went to Nakuru. Now this guy who he referred me to, now he's actually my boss right now, naitwa Moss. We've done so many projects together. One was recently aired on Al Jazeera. We did a documentary on Al Jazeera. We've been working with Inua Dada. I work with Janet. I'm Janet's Mbugua photographer.
Wow.
So it's been quite something. So if there is anyone, unayo siku yenye niliona nikaambia Mungu by the way, he sent that guy. I really namuitanga Uncle Jeff.
Let me just talk to you. So you sit to just talk to Jeff. So when he come to your rescue, asante sana Jeff Kuria, just talk to that guy.
Every time Jeff Kuria, and every time we meet anulizanga, we akoka kuona mamari. Don't worry, I'll come to see you soon. You really changed my life. I don't know. Mungu alikutumia wewe, and you know that. And I've mentioned that so many times. I'm forever grateful. I'll always be grateful. Manze, umenitoa mbali. Enyewe Mungu aendelee kukubariki. And I'm sure you've seen my growth. And every time you always tell me you're proud of me. I really, really appreciate. Yes.
Wow. That's good. Jeff Kuria, once again, asante sana. I think the joy ya mtu ni ukisaidia mtu, then you see someone flourish.
Yes.
You think there is that satisfaction that you get. So asante sana Jeff Kuria, you rescued a girl here, and she'll forever be grateful for that. Now Felistar tunamaliza. Maybe you can give your parting shot as you give maybe your social handles.
Being a single mom, it's not the end of the world. Imagine God always provide, because when my baby started schooling, hey, school fees ilikuwa 3K per term. Si month. Sikuwa na manage. That was 2018. Because msichana amekuwa chap. Haiwezi endelea kukaa nyumbani. So, I would never. Nilikuwa na mother alikuwa anaambia we, pesa zimeisha, tunataka school fees, and then I'm like, mimi mwenyewe na struggle. Job napata nalipwa 2,000 per month. Hawa wenye naishi manze. So, right now my baby is going to one of the best schools, and I can comfortably pay. God always shows up. Mungu who provide, trust me, he does. He always makes a way. Even when you're feeling like you're so stuck, he always makes a way. Single parenting si ati ni mwisho wa dunia. I mean, God always make a way. That's all I can say. He always makes a way.
Where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram, Felistar _Nduta. On Facebook, Felistar Nduta. On Twitter, it's Nduta Felistar. Yes.
And maybe before I forget, a message to your daughter, because I come across this in this video. Please, a message to your daughter.
Oh my God. Angel, Sungura mom.
Wow.
Mommy loves you. Mommy is so proud of you. Even though you're growing so fast, it's scary, but it's been. I really love being your mom, baby girl. I really love it. And may God always protect you, and mommy loves you so much. Yes, I am also a photographer and a videographer. You can always book me for any kind of events, parties, baby bumps, baby showers, corporates. Yes, on IG it's Zuva Arts. On Facebook, it's also Zuva Arts. My number is 0759 875969. That's my WhatsApp business number. Anytime, any day, you can contact me.
Yeah, and you can be assured of quality.
Services, yes.
So that has been Felistar's story on motherhood, career growth. I hope you've been inspired. Maybe you've never niambia in the comment section. If you have someone who would like to share her story on this platform, you can let me get to know the comment section. And also make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and also like and share widely so that we can be able to reach out to a larger audience. Until bye-bye.